I've been wondering, especially about this church called Johanne Masowe Chishanu, asking myself that this church, as big as that, all of them allows themselves to be bought by ZANU-PF and put to disrepute the name of God and that of that church. That's why I was of the opinion that that church is really an cult, even though I have not changed my perception and thinking regarding that church. But there is something that maybe may tilt my mind because I understand there are some within that particular church that have realized the impact of associating with Wicknell Chivhayo as well as Emerson Mnangagwa, the damage that it is causing to the church, and that there is reportedly serious infighting between Matsbaba, Mozi, Kwanzunzura, and also this Matsbaba, Timias in Hydefield, as well as Matsbaba, Tawanda in Churumanzi. There are serious exchanges that have been exposed through an audio that I came through social media, and the Matsbaba that happens to be actually bringing in the likes of Mnangagwa and Wicknell Chivhayo in the church, seemingly threatening those who are opposed to how this church has been reduced to be, especially under the Emerson Mnangagwa regime. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. Now let's listen to this particular audio from that has leaked. It's part 2. I will look for part 1. Let's listen to part 2.
Vanhu vakaita sesu hamufaniri kuti mutitaurire muzvibonga pate takatsika hamupasivi kunyarara tichikuremekedzai tinoremekedza kuti muri mukuru kwatiri pakuberekwa nepakubatwa nemweya kuti mune mweya unokura unofura wangu aiwa mudara kana kuti makasarudzwa naJulius masarudzwa naJulius munodziva nhoroondo dzine dziripo kuti vamwe venyu vanenge vachitaura kuti no kusiyana makatora imimi inge isiri yenyengere yatimiasi chinhu chinotaurika chiri openly asi imi mutaura nemutaura naJulius vakakusarudza nekuti madzura vanhu vakawanda tikataura kuti vakandiudza kuti musarudzo imunaJulius inyaya kuti vakaona kuti mamune chaunga handiti saka chaunga icho chamamuna chinhu chakadiwa saka chiregai ukavira vamwe kunze imimi.
So there are some from this church who are opposed to these cars that are given by Wicknell Chivhayo. In fact, where I got it is written, genuine prophets from Johanne Masowe Chishanu have refused to be bought by cars and cash from Sir Wicknell and his cabal. They say what this cabal is doing is unholy. Some of those who have rejected are Matsbaba Timias in Highfield and Matsbaba Tawanda in Chirumanzu. So there are actually people in this church called Johanne Masowe Chishanu that are opposed to the illegal, to actually the donations that we have seen being paraded by Wicknell Chivhayo, as well as also by Emerson. Now, Wicknell Chivhayo and Emerson Mnangagwa, they work together. You cannot separate the two. There are some same church members and leaders in that particular church who are standing up and saying it is wrong. We have not accepted the cause of Wicknell Chivhayo, who are condemning those cars as unholy, and also their association with ZANU-PF as unholy. But as you heard in the audio, already this is actually something big and something huge. They are being threatened by those who are benefiting from the current status quo, especially the so-called Matsbaba Mose. He is the one who is heard on that audio threatening them that they should not speak with him in such a manner because they don't know where he steps. That was a serious threat, but there are some leaders in that particular church who are noticing that the direction that is taken by that church through associating themselves with tainted individuals such as Wicknell Chivhayo, as well as also tainted individuals such as Emmerson Mnangagwa, is actually damaging the image of the church, as well as also the faith, the Christian faith or whatever. I don't think that is Christian faith or faith that they are actually associated with, but they are paraded to the people as a church of God. Definitely a church of God should not behave in such a manner. Going to a church where they chant slogans and say Pasi with so and so, and they sing ZANU PF songs in a church on a day of worship. This is what we have watched happening, and definitely this cannot be a church of God. That's why I said it is an occult, judging from the way it does things. It's a ZANU PF church, that is one characteristic. And also, obviously, I saw someone writing that it is a church that the worshippers there are from Mashonaland. But I also know it is there in Bulawayo. There are some developed people who attend that particular church. So there is a serious rift amongst the leaders of that church over their association of ZANU PF. And thank God, there are some people also in that church who sees what is wrong and who are able to distinguish between what is wrong and what is right. I was just wondering, seeing how that church is being tended. At least there are leaders whom have been offered cars in that church and they have refused to accept those cars, and they have declared those cars as unholy gifts. So even though that comes at a cost, definitely they are going to be hunted by Emmerson Mnangagwa to strengthen the leadership position for those who are supporting him. You can see that this is a church that has been captured, and to capture a church, you go after some of the top leadership, and you actually put them in your pocket. This is what Emmerson Mnangagwa has done, but there are sane leaders also within that church who is saying this is unholy. This should never have happened, especially in a church of God. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. You can financially support this channel by pressing the join button and be part of our members who are the heartbeat of this channel. You can equally do so by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. Okay, is signing out. Let me love and meet on the other side of the live broadcast.